I was trapping to buy studio time, and then I was trapping so hard that I didn't have no spare time to record. That was the hard part, like putting it down, eating ramen noodles and chips every day. You feel me? Like I'm talking about $3 to spend on food for the day.
For the whole day,
Yeah, you feel me? Maybe like 15 for the whole week. You feel me?
That's insane.
I just was like, bro, I'm done. I'm about to rap. Period. You feel what I'm saying? And like that decision is what made me who I am.
What's going on, guys? You're watching Kids Take Over right now. I'm chilling with someone who I've been wanting to talk to for a little minute now. I'm with Tony Shhnow. How's it going, bro?
What's up, dog?
Bro, I actually knew about you since like, what was it? I think like 2021 because we have a mutual, Jelani.
Yeah, Jelani.
Yeah, Jelani put me onto your music. This was like August 2021, and he was like showing me this music video that you guys did.
I ain't gon' feed no lies to your ear, shouty. Percocets on the table, it's a pill party. Fucking grab the burner, shouty, you a real hottie.
It was like your interpolation of like Usher's You Don't Have to Call.
Yeah.
That was definitely the one. I thought that was like, I was shocked because I feel like you have such a prominent presence of like what people would call the underground, but you have such a like old soul, if that makes sense.
I think I'm just maybe older than some of these guys, or I don't know. I grew up on like, you know, Southern and soul stuff as my mom put me on. But like, you know, being a child of the internet or a child of social media, I'm aware of like, you know, the underground scene. So like, that's just my favorite kind of music too.
Yeah.
So I just blend them both together type shit.
Well, it's interesting because it's like your fans though, they're not like older people. Like your fans are young like kids, you know? It's like, why do you think that is? You're like one of the only people that kind of has that if you think about it.
I don't even know for real, like, cause I ain't doing nothing that the kids would like necessarily gravitate to on some like fashion or fucking TikTok or, you know, social media antics or anything like that. So I really don't even know. I guess they just fuck with the music.
Yeah.
I fuck with them though.
I think
the kids.
Yeah, if you ask me, I feel like the reason is because you like really took in the Plugg sound, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And there's not many like people that are actually rapping and that are doing Plugg, right? You'll get people like Cash Dummy and stuff, and what, you know, they're like super young kids that aren't like, you know, maybe they're not like super lyrical, but I feel like you have that. How did you kind of like think of doing Plugg in the first place? Like what made you even, what was like your first introduction to that?
My first introduction, my boy Sam had came to my trap. So I was stealing beats off YouTube, and then he told me that this dude had gave him beats. The whole time he stole the beats off YouTube too. But, like, but this dude had gave him beats. He said his name was Mexiko Dro.
Yeah.
And I asked him where to get more beats at. He eventually showed me that it was on YouTube. And I was literally stealing Mexiko Dro beats. But that's how I like developed my sound though, through those beats that he had on his YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like that literally was like the a key moment in my structure, you feel me? On like how I pick beats and like my style of rapping and shit, you know?
Did you ever get around to telling Mexiko Dro that you were like stealing his beats?
Oh yeah, I told him.
Like what'd he say? Like,
that's my boy. He's the everybody used to steal him type shit, you
Yeah.
feel me? But now I got the official ones.
Yeah, for real, no. What do you think was like who do you think is kind of the originator of Plugg music? Do you think it was Mexiko Dro since he?
I mean, I can't exactly say that, but because it's a group of people that did it, you feel me? I can say that my first introduction might have been Dro, you feel me? But I also went to school with like Plugg too, you feel me? So he was making Plugg beats, and I knew about Stupid Cool and Polo Boy Shawty. And Polo had already been doing his thing by the time I had found out what Plugg beats was type shit, you feel me? Like,
I would say though, I feel like you, although like you weren't like you weren't like the first person to do it, but you were one of the people that kind of like, you know, helped popularize it in like the later years.
For sure.
You know? But I kind of want to take it back a bit just for like your full background, you know, because I think you were born in one of the best cities in the world. Like you were born in Atlanta, yeah?
I don't know if I'd be as successful if I wasn't from Atlanta, or like even want to do rap music, you feel what I'm saying? Like, they gave me enough support and like friends and like seeing other people, you know what I mean? Sometimes seeing other people's success drive me. Yeah. You know, so like being so close to some people as they blowing up, like seeing what what mistakes to learn from too. You know what I mean? Like seeing people's rises and falls helped me like navigate.
Who were you kind of looking at or like studying in a sense when you were growing up in Atlanta? I mean, there's so many people to look at, obviously.
I mean, I used to be like on some personal shit. I used to be around like Larry League and Polari and Key, Man. I had been around. I seen like K Supreme, like Doo-Wop Kane.
Doo-Wop Kane, yeah.
They used to have his house on the east side. Like they was all that type shit. Most of these places, like I'm around them because like they had a homie spot or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like everybody would go to this one studio. Like everybody would go to the Larry Lee house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or everybody would go to K Supreme and Doo-Wop shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they got those type of houses like molded me. You know what I mean? Like they got a lot of those like cook up spots where like everybody just come link up and shit and be creative.
I heard literally this just like the other day, like Ice Spice's producer, Riot, he like makes all of his beats just like, he doesn't go to the studio or anything like that.
I hate the studio.
Oh, really?
I record in my kitchen. Like,
in your kitchen?
Like right next to my living room. Like,
really?
You know what I mean? I hate going to the studio. It should be too fucking hit oriented or just like, it's just glitz and glamour. It literally is like a magic show to me. Like, it's like nothing.
A magic show though? Like how
like
so,
in the sense of like smoke and mirrors. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just turn down lights lit the right way. You feel me? Like, you know, I guess it's cool for networking, but like I only go there to network. I don't really go there to seek to record or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've also heard people like artists be like, when I go to the studio, there's like pressure on me to like make this like amazing song. I'm like, there's all these people watching.
Eat a dick.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, eat a dick. Fuck you guys. I don't care about what you guys think of this song. Like fuck you guys for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I could care less. You guys are one people. There's a million kids out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I could care less what you personally think. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think it's a hit or not. Like the next guy could think it's a hit. Your boss could think it's a hit. Fuck you. Like you feel what I'm saying? Some people like can't rap without like a pocket full of money or unless they drunk or off some Percocets or Molly or smoked a pound.
It just depends on the artist. Bitches. I feel like, you know what I mean?
Personally, I like bad bitches.
Yeah,
you know
in your kitchen though.
In my kitchen, though. You know what I mean? I like to go do my thing with a young lady. Yeah. Leave her in there, you know, let her relax and chill. Then I go in the living room, in the kitchen, and just rap.
That's what's up. Like I said, everyone kind of has like their own thing. I mean, I actually very much enjoy that you're super transparent in your music about like early on in your life, like your financial struggles or like, you know, when you're coming up. I feel like that makes it easier to be a fan of you. Cause bro, like obviously like I didn't like sell weed or whatever when I was growing up, but it's relatable in the sense where it's like everyone has a come up at a certain point.
Yeah, for sure.
So were those kind of like the hardest times of your life or like?
Trapping wasn't necessarily the hardest time. That shit was cool. I was trapping to buy studio time, you feel me? Like I had a job at first and I got consumed with the job that I couldn't like record, so I decided to trap because I felt like I was gonna get more spare time. And then I was trapping so hard that I didn't have no spare time to record. Yeah, you feel me? So I had to put that down. Now that was the hard part, like putting it down cold turkey, just going to go rap. Like that shit was hard. Like that's what made me who I am today on some shit. You feel me? Like a nigga eating ramen noodles and chips every day. You feel me? Like I'm talking about $3 to spend on food for the day.
For the whole day,
yeah. You feel me? Maybe like 15 for the whole week. You feel me?
That's insane.
I mean, shit, it's what it was. I stopped cold turkey. Like, you feel me? I paid my Plugg back and didn't even have nothing saved up because I had just got out of jail type shit. You feel me? Like, I just was like, bro, I'm done. I'm about to rap, period. You feel what I'm saying? And like, that decision is what made me who I am. You feel me? Yeah. Like, I feel like that's really what I be talking about, like where people can relate to that part where, you know what I mean? I had to restart.
Why did you feel like it was kind of like restarting in a sense?
I wasn't who I was anymore, like in the sense of like in the streets. Feel me? Like I wasn't paying for everybody to get in the club. I wasn't going to the mall to go get dressed. You feel me? I wasn't just in the club throwing money. You feel me? Like I'm just literally on the couch, sleeping on the couch, eating this ramen noodle, recording. Like I didn't have the same stature anymore type shit. I had to like literally restart and gain that back from people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Cause you know, niggas don't respect you if you ain't got no money for real. You know what I mean? Like as bad as they, like people love you, there's some people that love you, but people won't respect you until you got money. You feel me? So I had to earn that respect back.
When did you learn that though? Like the thing that you just said, like.
Well, I learned it.
Yeah, like that what you just said, that people don't like.
In the first few weeks.
First
few weeks I started trapping. Like I started niggas noticing people wasn't calling me no more. You feel me? Like people wasn't people weren't calling or texting. They didn't really check up on a nigga like that, you feel me? Like I just started seeing who my real friends was at the time. You know what I mean? Like who really was fucking with me, who was following me, or fucking with me because I had weed, or fucking with me because I had a product. You know what I'm saying? Something they wanted. Yeah.
Damn, that must have been kind of tough. I mean, I feel like, you know, wouldn't you kind of, like, I'm guessing you gained that respect back though, like with the music.
For sure,
right?
definitely.
And that was probably like pretty satisfying, yeah?
But I don't really forget nothing. At the same time, I'm not like on some malicious shit. I just realize people are human. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just human shit. Like, I sometimes don't respect a nigga if he ain't got no money type shit. You feel me? Or if he ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I understand it. A lot of people didn't call me when I was in jail. Like, it wasn't no money on my books like that unless it was from certain folks.
Right.
Or like some people made it an objective to talk to me while I was in jail type shit. Some people made it an objective to put money on my books. Other people, I can't say the same.
Right.
And when I got out, like, it ain't like, you know what I mean, nigga helped me on my feet or nothing. Like, not like I was asking for it, but I'm just saying, like, that's what the reality is. He didn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, well, obviously congrats, because like it's so much more fun to be a fan of someone knowing there's like a struggle story behind it, you know, and then to see where you are now. So that's amazing. But I feel like I talked about you doing Plugg, but like that's obviously not all you do, you know, like you, like for any new listener though that's like listening to, let's say like your latest project, I'm sure they'd be so wowed because like you just did so many different things on that, you know. I honestly think Love Streak is like your best project.
One of them, for sure.
I think your best. Like, what do you think?
One of them, for sure. I think it's very well polished, and I'm proud of it, for sure. I'm definitely proud of it.
Yeah.
What it stands for and all that. Like, that was my first time kind of doing a concept a little bit, you know what I mean? So that was a good thing for me. Like, I was just testing myself, you know what I mean? So
I think it was like your most polished project, if you ask me. What was kind of like the concept behind it for people?
Love, like just talking about in the perspective of relationships, that my personal life. I don't really, like I talk about my personal life, but I don't get that deep into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? My status as far as like how I deal with women or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
This is such like a weird like feedback, but it's just like, I think it's such a perfect album to listen to, like on the train, you know?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it's so, because I was listening to it like a couple days ago on the train.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been feeling it in New York. Like when a nigga play in New York, I be
right?
like, yeah, this shit, it's hitting hard out here. Like, I get it, you know? Yeah. Cause like when I made that whole series, the Streak series, like the Kill Streak and the Love Streak, I was just fucking around. Mind you, I'm from Atlanta. I live in Atlanta. Like I don't, like, it's not really the most boom bap or like hip hop looking type shit, you know what I'm saying? So like, I didn't realize how hard it hit when I got out here. Like, I'm like, okay, here, right? I get why y'all fuck with it. All right, I get why y'all fuck with it. Okay, the trains and shit like that, yeah.
Definitely, because it seems like it's in like some, like you could play these songs in like a movie that's like based in Harlem or something like that, you know, or Brooklyn. Like, I feel like it would fit that vibe, especially like sometimes P2, like that one.
I know where I'm going, it only take time. You looking at the dough, how fine it. She don't want love, she want a nigga that's honest. Her pussy what I'm.
That was definitely one of them ones. Right? For sure, one of them ones.
Dude, you know, it's funny because like you said, you're from Atlanta, right? But the wave in Atlanta and like the new rap scene is like the beats, right? They're like these super like busted like 808s, like beats from like Hard Rock, Southside Silhouette, those guys. But you haven't really like hopped on like something like that, really, right? Like, why do you think that is?
I'm just trying to be different. You know what I mean? I literally like, and also I want it from the real men. If I get it from them, like the real deal person. Like I don't really like rapping on tight beats. Like I'm not really a fan of like if I wasn't getting beats from B Plugg 2, Stupid Cool, Puzzle Boy, Shouty, Mexiko Dro, Cash, I wasn't trying to rap on Plugg. Like I'm not trying to rap on the lookalike guy. Like, you feel me? I want to get the source. You know what I mean? Like, who is the originator of this sound type shit. Like, so when I wasn't rapping on, like, before I met cash and plugging them type shit. You feel me? I was rapping with Sensei, and that's because Sensei was making his own sound. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. I think that it's like no secret that you put out a lot of music. Like it's that's like your thing. It's like you release a bunch of music. What do you think of like the contrary, like artists who like put out like and I'm not even talking about like huge artists. I'm not talking about a Kendrick Lamar. I'm saying like like smaller artists that just don't want to release music because they're like, oh, then it might be too much and people are gonna stop wanting to like listen to me. Like, what do you think about that?
I think that's stupid. But I be just wondering like who the fuck do people think they are? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, who do you think you are where you can just hold off on, hey man, I ain't even nobody to tell you who you are, but like just reality check, bro. Who do you think you are? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you could just sit all this time on music, you know what I'm saying? Like, time's constantly changing, your sound is constantly evolving type shit, you feel me? And I get it in a sense of maybe you're not ready to release things.
That's different, yeah, that's different.
But if you got things you're ready to release and you're just sitting on them, you're not signing nobody, you're just insane. Like, it's just free money. It's like you got £4 just sitting right there. Like, why you not selling it? You know what I mean? Like,
that's a funny analogy.
You just smoking it with the homies. Like.
Right. No, I feel it. Yeah, I think at least just from what I see online, a lot of artists and like kids especially, they're just like, they're scared because they don't want to be like that artist that people aren't paying attention to.
Bro, if my shit is so good, they're going to pay attention to me. Like, fuck all that. Like, you feel me? Good music always get found. Like, like you being weird, almost impatient. Like, I don't even know how to describe it, but you being weird. Like, how you think they're gonna pay attention to you? What you about to do a backflip? What you about to do? Like, you feel me? Like, how you go? What you like? Do you want to be known to do comedy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
I mean, with some people, they're like, oh well, I want people to see like my this is kind of dumb.
Your fit first.
Yeah,
that's fucking weird.
It's really weird. Yeah,
and that's why those niggas that think like that don't need to be rappers. Like, stop rapping, bro. Like, that shit is go model, bro. Like, Versace looking for models, Gucci looking for models, bro. Go model, bro. Like, you don't have to rap, my boy. Like, you fucking it up for real musicians and real lyricists and real artists. You feel what I'm saying? Like, like I get it. Like, it's enough food out here for everybody. But my nigga, no, it's not.
Really?
Like, get off my plate. You feel me?
I feel it. You just said you talk about like like lyrics. I think it's amazing because you are genuinely like an insanely talented rapper, right? But you understand this new generation sound and like that's why a lot of kids like you, right? Like how is that you're able to just kind of like be in the middle?
I had talked to this girl earlier. We was talking about this, but I was able to see why people like certain artists. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people like Jay-Z because he can rap. People like Nas because he can rap. People like Jadakiss because he can rap. But people like Yachty because of his beats, or they like Future because of his beats, or they like we came to the conclusion that like the lyrical niggas never have fire beats.
That's a good
point. Their beats always suck.
There's very few of them.
Their beats always just suck. There's very few of them where they're actually fire beats. You feel me?
And those are the best artists.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So like I came to that, like, narrowed down, like, I gotta have both. Like, you can't just be rap. You know what I mean? You gotta have swag too.
Definitely. That's a really good point, bro. And I feel like people need to catch on to that because, like you said, there are extremely talented rappers, right? But at the end of the day, like, it's just about how it sounds. It's not all about just like what you're saying, right? So I think you do that like really well. But you talked about like you just want to release whatever you want, whenever. But you made a song where you said a lyric about like you not signing, right? I think it was specifically to like Empire or something. But you're just like, you didn't want to sign, right? Why is that? I feel like a lot of people wonder, like, Tony's still independent. Like,
I just I look at my music like my legacy, what's gonna feed my mom or like my sisters, you know what I mean? Like, God forbid if I was taking off type shit, like, they still able to eat, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't trust the labels, you know what I mean? And that's just one thing. The other thing is, like, I don't know if y'all know what y'all doing, like, you feel me? Like, it just look like I ain't seen no artist really stay around that long. Like, I've been in the underground for a while, you feel me? Like, I've pretty much been in the front of it for a minute type shit, you know what I mean? I don't know cocky shit, but that's just like, reality. And like, niggas have come and gone.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I've been watching them, I've been seeing it, like either because they signed to a label, they got to a certain situation, and I just don't want that to happen to me. You feel me? Like I'm just trying to maintain my status, and I'm doing it. You know what I mean? So like, it's like, what can you add to this? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like if it's just some little shit, I'm straight. Eat a dick.
So you're saying like I'm sure a lot of labels have came to you and like gave you this and that, like it just didn't really like make sense and.
Nah, for real. I'm scared of paperwork. I don't want to talk. I really don't want to sign to nobody. I'm like, you gonna have to come to my door and like really offer me something. Like, you feel me? Like a real proposal. Like, easy coming home with your petty shit. You know what I mean?
Also, would be tough because like you don't want to sign somewhere where they're like, oh nah, Tony, like we don't want you releasing a bunch of music, right? So
I want to do what I want to do. Right. I love doing what I want to do all the fucking time, bro. That shit is fun. Like, it's stressful sometimes, but like majority of the time, I love doing what the fuck I want to do. Like all the time. Like nobody can tell me nothing.
Right.
I am my own boss. Like period. Ain't nobody that over can tell me shit. You feel me? Like.
Well, tell me about what you just said. Like recently, you're like, it does get stressful though, right? When you're independent, like what are some of the most stressful times? Like
when I gotta spend my own money.
Yeah, there's definitely that. Yeah.
When I gotta spend my own money, I hate. Sometimes I don't like spending money.
Yeah.
I like just having all the money all the time. Just at the house, just hugging on it.
No, I feel it. I mean, like it is tough because, you know, maybe you want to have like a budget for like a music video or like promo or things like that, but just like when you realize this is coming out of like my pocket, and it's just like it fucks with you. You're like, nah, just leave it. I'll do it without it, you know.
Sometimes I do be lazy and I'll do that, but like I also got to think like it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is, it's coming back to me. It's at the end of the day, it's not like it's just dead money.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm moving the water.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
I'm gonna be honest, even for myself though, like I'm so bad with money and like keeping track of things. People are telling me like, yo, like get like a financial advisor or whatever, like someone to like help you, right? And I don't want to pay the financial advisor because I'm like, then I'm paying money for like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, cause then I'm paying someone to look at who I'm paying, and I'm like, I don't know, this doesn't add up.
I feel that.
It's stupid when you think about it, but I don't know. Do you ever like feel the same way as like that you have to like look at everything that you're spending? Isn't that kind of annoying or?
Super annoying.
Right?
But like, we're just having fun, bro, cause like I still ain't even like touch as much money as I was seeing trapping. Like, you feel me? Like, it's some money though. Don't get me wrong. Like, definitely. I'm doing well.
Hell yeah, yeah. You know, so you're used to it. I mean, I want to ask you about some artists who I think have like taken a liking to you and like publicly shown you love, right? Because I know as a creator how dope it is that like someone else that you look up to is like DMing you, being like, yo, I actually fuck with your work.
Facts.
But I know Don Toliver, I saw this one like video where he was, I think he was on a stream or something. He was like, when I play COD, I listen to Tony Shhnow, right? Like, what did you think of that when you saw that?
First of all, that's hard because I play COD, so like, and I started rapping because I was making music. Like, I started rapping playing COD, literally.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Pretty soon, all the R&B niggas finna be co-signing me. You know what I mean?
Of course. But with Don though, bro, this is just like very recently he brought you out on stage to a show because he's touring. Like, bro, how was that? Like,
that shit was lit. I thought he was capping me down for real.
Like, what do you mean? Like, did
I literally just met him the day before. Shit, Pierre had told me they was doing a show in the same city I was in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So I just put up to their show before my show.
Yeah.
And, you know, I watched Pierre and I chopped it up with Don, and I ain't like I said I was gonna pull up and fuck with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, somebody said performing. I don't know who it was, but like he immediately was with that shit, and like I just thought it was rap cap. Like I just
because people talk like that all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. You feel me? So I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. You feel me? Next day I hit him up like, yeah. I'm gonna pull up to your show. He said, all right, bet, be here at this time. I'm there. I'm kicking it. You know, I see some folks I know and shit like that, like Sunny Digital and you know, Pierre and Fago and shit like that. He talking about he bringing Quavo out. So I'm thinking, man, like, bring Quavo out. I see Fago. I know I ain't performing. Like, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping though. I'm not tripping. I swear I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be there. I'm just kicking it. You feel me? Sonny and them getting ready to go to the crowd because he about to go on stage. So I go to the crowd with him. Thinking I'm just about to watch it. You feel me? Yeah. I got a text to say, your song, you about to come. Your song about to play after these 3 songs.
Yeah.
Where y'all at? And I'm looking at him like, where who at? What songs? Like, you feel? Cause we didn't give the DJ no music. You feel me? Like Quavo just went on, bro. Like it's
so Quavo did go on.
Quavo just went on. Like he went on, and then it's my turn. Like 2 songs later, type shit. You feel me? I'm like, this is cap. Like it ain't for real.
Yeah.
You give me the mic. I'm like, oh shit. It didn't even hit me till I'm in front of them doors. Like, damn, this nigga for real. Like he did play my song. That shit dropped, and then we did.
That's sick, man. That's probably such a sick moment. Like, and like Don was like on stage, like
he was with me.
Yeah, and thanks to like Pierre for like also.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out Pierre.
Bro, you tweeted something like about like you and Pierre are gonna take over the summer. Is that because like you guys had like a collab tape or something in the works? Just like a lot of like music or
making music.
Yeah, hell yeah. What about with Brent Faiyaz? Because you mentioned like that's the song that you like performed, right? I think that was a perfect match. You and Brent.
Oh God.
And he's from the DMV.
Yep, the DMV.
Okay, so that's making sense. So, like, how did that come to be? Like, how do you think you even found your music?
I fuck with his photographer Zoo.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Zoo's cool. That's my boy. He been fucking with me for a minute. Shit, I think Zoo had just FaceTimed me and he was just there and he was just telling me he was fucking with my shit. Like, literally. I think he had posted me on his Instagram like the day before, maybe the 2 days before. He had just put me on his story. And then Zoo called me. He was with him. And he just like, bro, I'm fucking with you. Like, we gotta do something,
But outside from R&B, who I really think would make a great song with you is Tyler, the Creator.
I think so too, bro.
Right?
I DM'd him. I hope he like somehow sees this or something. But I DM'd him. I told him like, I really want to do a whole tape with his production. You feel me? And he just do like a little like side. Like he ain't necessarily got to go do a mixtape with me if you don't want to do all that. But I mean like little voices in the background, like little like little interludes on the song or like bridges to the music. You know what I mean? I feel like I go like his production is super underrated to me. Incredibly underrated. Like, but that's one of my dreams to do a tape with Tyler.
With Tyler, yeah. I think it's not even out of reach, dude. Obviously he's like such a huge artist, but like I saw a video like a month ago where he just like looks on the internet for like just like artists, and he found this kid named Jordan Ward. I don't know if you know, he's like not that big. He's like not huge or anything, but Tyler's just like, he was doing like a panel and he was talking about how much he loves this kid who had like 20,000 views or something, right? So yeah, he's like, I think Tyler is more tapped in than people think.
If Tyler says, bro, Tyler, fuck with me, bro. Look, check your DMs, my dog.
Right, hell yeah.
Check your DMs.
I think one of the last few people I want to ask you about is so Glock 40 Spaz, he mentioned you in one of his songs. Yeah,
that shit was hard.
Yeah, you got a chance to listen to it?
I was fucking with it.
Hell yeah. You think that is something that would ever happen, like you guys working?
Yeah, it's crazy, like we closer than most people on the internet probably would think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but just because his producers are producers I came in working with, like Sensei and Chapo, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those are the people that, like, I want to say found them, but like that's how I know them. So I feel like a lot of other people might know him, but yeah, so I'll be talking to him sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, we were supposed to already work, but then he had got locked up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to like, we gonna work something out, Yeah. He's signed right now, so it's kind of hard working with signed artists a little bit, me being unsigned.
Right. That's true. He's also in jail. There's that too. But so that's tough. But last person I want to ask you about is Bruce, because like you've been on stream with Bruce, and I think that he's like one of the like hottest streamers out right now, And there's such a like link between streamers and rappers right now, So how did you link with Bruce? Like, how'd that even happen?
Bruce, he was the first person to shout me out. He was the first person to like, say he was fucking with my music, do reactions to my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had been knowing Bruce like a while ago.
So he was doing that early on?
Yeah, I've been knowing Bruce probably before. I'm not gonna say before Kaiser Not it came out, but like before
all that
the public started seeing Kaiser, like way before Academics posted Kaiser Not, way before he was posting Sneako and them other dudes type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like his following been in my lives. You know what I mean? They've been commenting on my pictures and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. His shout out got me my first 10,000.
Yeah?
Yeah, my first 10,000 like followers.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting at like 6,000, 7,000 for a while.
And that Bruce like really helped it?
That shit went back to 10.
That's insane, man. I think it's so underrated how much, obviously like you guys are homies. You don't do it for like a business reason, but like it is insane to see how much streamers are helping these artists? Like even like Lucky, for example. Like yeah, Lucky helps Bruce, but Bruce also helps Lucky.
Oh God, and I know Lucky peeps that.
Of course.
You feel me? Like I don't know about it at first, but like I know he peeps that now. Like the hands wash each other type shit. They wash their face.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to ask you is just like, you know, you said in an old interview, you're like the streets validate me, right? And you're like the fans validate you, which I thought was interesting because I'm like, how do you determine success then? You know, is it like every creative has a different, right? For some people, it could be like, oh, well, I want to make 100K a year, right? Or some people might be like, I want to sell 50K first week or whatever. What's kind of success for you though?
Standing on my 10 and being a man, like, you feel me? Like doing manly things. I don't really care about the money, but like I want people to remember me as a good man. You know what I mean? Like money's cool. Don't get me wrong. Love it.
Of course. Yeah.
Top for everything in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But being a man, like an honest man, a good man, that shit just it mean more to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm doing it for.
Yeah.
Like just to show people how to be a good man. Like you know what I mean? How to take care of business. You know what I mean? Stand on your 10, hustle, make something out of nothing. You know what I mean?
I respect that, bro. I respect that. Well, then in that case, like, what's like your goal then? Because I feel like, don't you already feel like you've taken care of your people? Like, you know, what's like your goal then? Because wouldn't that mean that you're already successful?
Yes, but no. Like, yeah, I could stop today. I made it. You know what I mean? I could stop today. Like, I could go back to the spot. I did what I wanted to do type shit. You feel me? I could go back to the kitchen and like, you know, I ain't talking about rapping, but you know what I mean? Yeah. I can go back to the kitchen. I'm good. Like I got my name. Like this right here is what I wanted to do in high school. Like to get at least this far. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I see I'm inspiring people across the world. So like it's. I was thinking about this in the car. Like I can't stop because too many people would be let down. Like I feel like some people would stop like doing what they do, like, you know what I mean? Like I'm an inspiration for some folks. Like I can't let them down. I literally got to keep going. Like you feel me? Just so they can go on with their lives. You know what I mean? So they can go do construction or go design clothes or you know, podcast.
Yeah, I respect that answer, bro. Honestly, that's super cool to hear that. What's next for you? Because you just recently kind of dropped a project, but like
I got 3 or 4 more projects. They're done.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I'm letting Love Streak breathe before I like start dropping again. Like I'm letting this tour go by. And I got a tape with damn, I'm not even gonna say it, but another toxic nigga.
Yeah.
I got a tape with another toxic nigga coming soon.
So not Brent.
Nah, it's not Brent.
Yeah.
Another toxic nigga.
I'm trying to think who else is. You gotta tell me after this at least.
Yeah, I'll tell you after.
Yeah. Well, it's fun chopping it up with you, man.
It's just
have fun at the show, man. It's gonna be sick.
Yes,
and yeah, you guys watching Kids Take Over. What's good, y'all? Thank you for watching that Tony Shhnow interview. If you did like this video, go ahead and actually hit the like button. It actually means a lot, helps the channel. Hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 100K, which is so insane. I gotta do something sick when that happens. But yeah, also, if you're not following our Instagram, that's where we put you guys onto new artists. There's discussions, articles, all that. So go follow at Kids Take Over, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.